Hello everyone, my name is NerdBuilder. I'd like to welcome you back into another episode of MineColonies. I hope you're having a great day so far. So I hope you enjoyed the little montage at the beginning with a pirate raid. It happened just before I was about to start recording my intro for the episode today, so I figured it might be kind of cool. It's been a while since we had a raid on a episode, so I figured it might be cool to show it off there. And we're actually going to go back out very quickly and raid the ship, and it's actually very good timing because I'll talk about the stuff that we were doing this week. So obviously if you're in the United States, it's the Thanksgiving week, so we had a little bit of a shorter streaming schedule this week, and what we focused on mostly is doing some of our building upgrades for some of our new buildings on some of the recent builds that we did. Let's see. Oh, close. Try to stick the landing. It's always hard on these ships to stick that landing coming in hot there. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and actually this is great because we needed some emeralds. So I was hoping our next raid would be a pirate raid, but essentially what we focused on, we're upgrading some of the other buildings. We didn't get a ton done this week, but the other thing that we started was the subway project, which as soon as we head back, I'm going to leave the door there, bring this down and this. Don't even take the compass, might as well take the paper too, and I'm going to start throwing some stuff up here, and then just to make a little bit of room, got lots of stuff in the inventory here. Good. So the biggest thing that we just need are the emeralds and some of the jewels in that. So yeah, let me go ahead. Let's come over here. Check these. We have way more than enough wheat. And I will take the sugar cane though. And the kelp. Prismarine shards. We'll take all that. More gold. And more a bottle of enchanting. But yeah, so I was very pleased that we got a few of the buildings, the Fletcher and the glass blower and the apiary we got upgraded this week, which I was excited to get those all upgraded, especially the apiary. I think we're going to have to capture a second bee, but it was something that I thought was that was good to get that kind of done. It looks like they actually tried the tower up out of here. But go, and let's see, we have to clear a little bit more room here. But yeah, so we only did a few things this week on stream, and I'll show, actually I can leave the block of iron. Although I know, let me just place that. I know there was a request on one of our live streams to show off the block of iron and this texture pack, so just to show that off very quickly. Looks pretty cool. I guess we'll take that with us. And the one that I really wanted was the emerald block. Take the nautilus shell, the horse armor, and we'll take the pressure plate. And let's see, I think there should be some dried kelp. So let me just throw more stuff there, and we'll take the dried kelp, and we'll leave everything else. I think we pretty much got everything out of here. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll head over. Yeah, that's pretty much good. We don't need as much as we used to. I used to like really take everything, the lanterns and all the books and everything. But right now we have like more. I'll take more. Actually, forgot to raid this one. Take these out. I'll leave them. Take the ink sac too. But good. But I know we definitely have more than enough books. So, well, let's take some of the paper, as we always go through a lot of paper. So, all right, let's head back to. Try that again. All right, let's head back over to our colony. Just get a view from above here. Looking very cool. But I'll start off by showing, so we started working on our subway project this week. And this is like long overdue. I've been pushing this off mostly because as we've been rebuilding some of these buildings and changing the style, I didn't want to put down the subway system until we kind of had the roads in place. So I'm actually just going to hop down this way. So this will obviously be fixed up. It's a little narrow right now, but we're using deep slate cobblestone as the base here. We're going to use that for the walls of the tunnel as well. And you can see right here, so this is actually curving underneath the street. So there's the asphalt from the street above. So this is the first line that is going to be coming down, and actually over this way a little bit more, and there. So it should be right here is like where we'll be going down. And I'll show on the surface where that is. So we just got started doing it. And, you know, obviously there's no way to get in other than this area right now, but we'll be opening it up. We'll be taking out those tracks. We'll be doing that on an upcoming live stream soon, and then we'll be running a few other lines. So let me just show for perspective where we just were. So the subway system, the subway line that we were just in, comes out somewhere about like right over under here, and it curves over to about, I think about somewhere right here, and then it comes up to here, and then another loop here, and we're going to have it run down all the way this way. So that's going to be our inaugural line underground in our subway. We're also going to, after we finish this line, we're going to build a line going all the way down there now that this area is almost completely filled, and will be after today's live stream. But this one is almost completely filled, so we'll have a subway line run down here all the way up to there. And we're also going to have a subway line run from the lower part of the county up through there. So that should pretty much provide rail coverage every which way here. And I think the other thing that we might do as well is, you know, this line right here, both of these lines obviously go all the way down. We're going to keep these above ground here on the surface, but this one underground obviously is going to lead to that way, but we still have this one, and this one's also going to go underground. But I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring it down this way as we're starting to expand out this way and connect it to the other rail all the way at the end here. Because if you remember, we do have the, you can see right there, the wall. So we're going to bring it down somewhere through here and loop it down there. So that, I think that'll be good. That way we're providing rail coverage around the colony, and they can get where they need to go, hopefully a little bit easier. And we're going to have subway stops along the way. Probably I'm going to take out like this tile on the outer part of the sidewalk, and we're just going to have a ladder going down, but we'll do it on both sides of the street, and we'll do it every couple buildings there. But just to show, this is the upgraded glass blowers hut right here. Up now to it, we're up to level 3 here. So we're getting there, but you can see too that that looks very cool. I really like the textures of the way that this texture pack makes like these different color blocks look. I think they look great there. So we got this all upgraded and to level 3 anyways. We still have a little ways to go. And let me just head over to the apiary to show off that as we upgraded that just up to level 2. I think I might have to capture another bee, which might be a little more difficult to do because we had a couple bees that used to roam around here. I don't even see them now. I haven't seen them in like a little while, so I'm not sure if they kind of just went off or what they did. Although, let's see. Some of them may have honey in them, though. That one does. So I think there may be... I'll have to keep checking over here because there may be bees still tending to this area then, since some of these hives, because we did empty these hives out and there is honey in there. So I guess we'll have to see if we can maybe lure them out if they're hiding in there. But yeah, let me just head on over here to our apiary. Of course, our subway line is probably going to come down through here and maybe connect around. I don't think it's just going to end. I think we can like kind of tie everything together, but it's more about like loops. So if we have the other line that runs up here coming down this way, we can connect it over that way. But right here is the level 2 apiary here, and actually they're outside. But they added a few more. There's the 2 right there, and then they also added some in over here, but I think there's like 2 hives. Let's go see what the issue is. There, we're actually getting, I think, pretty decent production too, pretty decent honey. I switched it back over to honey bottles. Can't find any bees. Okay. I wonder if the one kind of wandered off or got stuck somewhere. Because the one was getting kind of stuck on the roof up there for the longest time, so I don't know if that bee kind of despawned or what ended up happening to it. So, okay. Well, I guess I'll have to find maybe 2 bees so that way they could start breeding them. We had 1. I guess we should get the second one so they can breed bees, but that'll be something I do off stream to see if I can find bees somewhere. Hopefully we have them somewhere near the colony here. But yeah, so I think with that, we're going to head into today's build. And for today's build, we're going to be doing the concrete mixer, which is more of like a luxury building. I think because like it's we don't have a high demand for it, but again, we're coming up on the end of the buildings that we still need to build. So I think it's a good time to do the concrete mixer now, and I think it'll be good for when we have our airport, so we can put a taxiway in there. So yeah, let me head on over to our build site for today. I'm hoping it's going to fit in. I'm hoping where I want to place the concrete mixer stuff that it's going to fit in there. So I'll probably craft the block very quickly to check, but yeah, I'll head on over there. I'll do some checking and then we'll take a look at the build. Okay, so we're over in the manufacturing area of our colony, which is filled up very nicely. And you can see our guard tower that I mentioned a couple episodes back. But you can see the wall right there, which is currently, our border does extend beyond that. But for right now, we're keeping that wall up and we're keeping it there as we fill in other parts of our colony. But today, we're going to be doing the concrete mixer's hut. Now, I took the unusual step of crafting the block in advance and scouting out the location in advance and placing it down in advance. And the reason that I did that was I wasn't sure if it was going to fit in this area. Again, our mine is right there and the guard tower. So I didn't know what we were going to do with this space if the concrete mixer's hut didn't fit. I thought about maybe having the road connect down through this way, but it turns out that we had about 12 blocks you could see between the couriers, or between the guard tower and the mine there. And the concrete mixer in the Caledonia style ended up being 13 blocks. So just a little too big. And you could see on the left that the scaffolding goes up on the fence. So it's not going to require any kind of demolishing of the guard tower, taking anything down. Essentially, it's also just that stone brick wall that's around each building style in the Caledonia. So they're going to be like overlapping, so there should be no change between the two. It should be the same thing. So I'm glad that this kind of fit in. So this kind of completes our area down this way as we continue to expand to other parts of the colony. But as I mentioned, we're going to be doing the concrete mixer's hut. And in order to do so, we need to have at least a level 1 crusher's hut. So it doesn't have to total 3 levels like most of the builds do, just a level 1 crusher's hut. And you have to finish the research in the university, which I did just a short time ago there. And the concrete mixer will craft all types of concrete powder and place them into flowing water built in their hut. So when I was placing the block, I kind of saw there is a part with flowing water there. And they will only make concrete powder when they receive a request for the block and have the necessary material. So, but it does look like they craft the powder and they will mix, or they will turn it into concrete. So I'm just going to show, let me pull up our JEI over here, and you can see concrete mixer's hut right here. I'm just going to show on here because normally we would craft the block, but I'll just show it on here. You need a white concrete powder. That is like the block here that you'll need in order to craft here. And you'll just need any type of wood around here. You can see it's rotating through, but spruce or oak or birch or whatever will suffice here in your build tool, and that will give you the concrete mixer's hut there. And like I said, the style looks very cool from what I've seen. So we'll take a look here at what is required in order to get it, and it's not that much. It's not that much stuff here to get it done. So yeah, I think what we'll do is I'll just show you. Again, there's the recipes right here. They're kind of preloaded in, but we'll take a closer look at this and the skills that we need here after we get the build done. And I figure we'll get this done via time lapse. It should be a relatively quick time lapse, I would think. So it's gonna get dark in just a second. So I figure let me get some sleep. And then what we'll do is we will jump right into the time lapse and we'll take a look at the finished building. So stay tuned and let's check out the time lapse. Okay, so not too difficult of a build, pretty basic looking. A lot of these Caledonia ones on the most basic levels look kind of, they look kind of plain, but I really like the way that they look when you start to get up into the higher levels. But I think that's true with any of the build styles. But yeah, relatively quick build there, and I'm glad it fit in. Obviously, they made one change over here, and eventually they'll upgrade these to the stone bricks instead of just cobblestone. So it'll probably be a little while anyways before we get this guard tower up to level 5. So it gives us some time to get this building all upgraded. So let's go ahead. You can see right here the running water that they'll need to put it in. But let's take a look at what skills are needed here. So dexterity and stamina appear to be the two. So we have a couple options to choose from here. I think we might go with Braylon yeah, it looks like we're going to go with Braylon as our concrete mixer. There you can see some of the splashing coming off the water there. But yeah, let's just take a quick look at what's needed for level 2. So not too difficult. Looks like they get some racks in level 2. We didn't have any of those in level 1, and a compost barrel too, which is interesting. And okay, red concrete powder. So that's something I'm sure, because again, the worker will still be able to work as it's being upgraded. So I'm sure that they can craft the red concrete powder. Maybe we'll even consider setting a minimum stock for concrete. I know I'm probably going to put in a request for some gray concrete for our airport, so we can put some what looks like a tarmac down there. And yeah, as we talked about before too, so it looks like all the recipes are already loaded into here, so it's kind of fixed. You can't add your own, but these are all the ones anyways that we would add in, all the different color ones, and just making them in general. You can see there like where the tasks will be, and then of course, the recipe mode, you could set it for the priority, so if there's a request versus stocking in the warehouse there. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very good addition. Also wearing a mask that's similar to the composter too. It's an interesting there. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good addition to our colony. We filled up our entire bottom part of our southeastern part of the colony. So we're going to continue to work to fill up our northeast, and we're going to really start making an effort to fill up the central part of our colony, where we have some space cleared out from the hill, and also we're going to work on the northwestern part. So this area is all filled in. And yeah, we'll be looking to expand in some other areas. But I think we're going to leave it here for today's episode. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out and checking out the Concrete Mixer's Hut. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, please consider dropping a like down below. It really helps out the channel. It's an excellent free way to support our community so more people can find us here on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, doesn't cost anything. Again, another excellent way to support our community here so more people can find our channel. And we do have a Discord that's open to everyone. It's a channel Discord, so feel free, if you have a Discord, to hop on over there. The invitation link is in the About Me section on YouTube. But otherwise, we'll be back in another week with another build. So until then, my name is Nerd Builder. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.